Hello everyone and welcome to the Amazing Parenting. Today we would like to talk to you a little bit about the long-term effects of peaceful parenting on our children.
Yeah, for sure. For me, one of the important things to realize is that much of what happens in life we don't see. Much of it is invisible. You can see the short-term actions, the short-term results, but what about the unseen? All actions we know have reactions, but not all actions are visible in the present.
Exactly. Especially as parents of little children, we have no idea what kind of effect we are making on our children when it comes to the long term. We don't know what our children are going to turn out as adults, right? Mm-hmm. And we have no way of knowing from our own experience. So it's a little bit sometimes scary for parents, to understand, are we doing the right thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are basically two ways that we can affect change in life. One is through reason and logic, and the other is through manipulation. Obviously, one of these is positive, and the other one is negative. Early on in life, we have to choose a course for ourselves. We have to choose a path in life. And we have to realize that the parents are extremely important in this choice of path. The parent as a leader, as a master, as a guide is extremely influential in the way that the children make their choices.
Absolutely. There is research upon research that have been done by scientists to show us the huge effect that a parent has on their child. One of these researches show that, for example, corporal punishments have an extreme negative effect on children, because what happens when we spank our kids, for example, is that children become more aggressive. Apparently it's as much as 50% more aggressive by the age of 5, right? Because children have the wrong example, right? Because they learn from what they observe.
Yeah, and there are a lot of wrong examples out there. In fact, the longer time that you spend traveling in the wrong direction in terms of your parenting or your direction in life, the harder it is to correct your course. So if we can get the start right, and if we can help others to get the start right, then there's a higher chance that we in our lives are going to be successful, and we are going to encourage that success in other people as well.
Absolutely.
Also, I think that unhappy children do not become happy adults. So it's very important to realize the stress and the pressure that we're putting on our children in the childhood phase.
Actually, depression was one thing that occurs more often in adults that used to be spanked as children than it does in adults that used to have a peaceful parent who would communicate rather than punish.
I think it's about consequences. There's nothing that we do in life that doesn't have any consequence. All of what we do every day has some kind of effect, maybe not immediate effect, but it's there. Ideas become actions, actions become habits, and our habits become our lives. Everything that we do has some level of importance.
Yes. Just to quickly name some of the positive effects of peaceful parenting on our children long term are, first of all, as I mentioned already, they don't become aggressive. They prefer communication to solve problems rather than physical violence. That's one thing. Another thing is they have higher emotional intelligence, because if we empathize with our children, we basically reflect their emotions and we help them to recognize them, and therefore they become adults with more control over their emotions and with a higher emotional intelligence. So that's another thing. Also, motivation. If you have a look at it, when you do peaceful parenting, you motivate your children by understanding. They learn to understand the situation and understand what's right. But when you punish them, especially physically, then you motivate them with fear, and nobody wants their children to be motivated by fear when they grow up to be adults.
Yeah, for sure. As I see it, plans are keys in helping to solve this problem and helping to understand this problem. Try to think about what is your long-term vision. Try to think about how you are going to get there. Try to think about who you are going to get help from, who you are going to talk to. Try to think about where are the resources that you can use. And also think about, if you're not going to start now, then when are you going to start? I think tomorrow begins today, and those long-term effects, well, they are affected by your present actions. So you can make a start today, you can make a move today, you can initiate everything today if you want.
I would like to very quickly add that our relationship is a model on which our children will form relationships later in life. So if you don't want your, say, daughter to get into an abusive relationship where their partner is going to manipulate her or be physically violent, do not set that example of relationship to your kids. Don't do it yourself, because if you teach them that's how it's done, then that's what they will look for.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do. We all
Doesn't
know
work.
it doesn't work. It really doesn't
No,
work.
it doesn't.
So that's it, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Focus on the long-term effects and
Educate yourself.
Mhm.
If you don't know, if you're scared, if you're not sure if this is the right thing to do, educate yourself. Look for the proofs. They are there. There's a lot of scientific studies that have been done in the area of child psychology. So all you have to do is look at it.
yeah, you look around as well. You don't even have to go into the studies. Just look at the world around about you for some
Yes.
positive examples that I'm sure are there. If you look closely enough, you will find them. Right, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Amazing Parenting. This is Janka and G saying that we hope you have a great parenting day wherever you are, and
If
you
you
can
need-
catch up with us.
Sorry, and I wanted to say, if you need any more information or encouragement, just feel free to contact us anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will speak to you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.